If you were born in Beethoven's time, you'd be lucky if you heard a symphony twice in your lifetime, whereas today, we're drowning in music.
Now let me tell y'all about the music that y'all listen to on a regular basis. It's played through bad frequencies.
The 808 exists in the lowest chakra. The majority of content that's related to the 808 is killer or sexual content.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed?
There are these beautiful patterns. They're gorgeous. And as you change the hertz, the patterns morph.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Things going through your body.
Yes. Yeah, it could be like a little drug. Look, think about why people like music so much. Because that musician is your drug dealer.
Yeah.
If sound can mold patterns in sand, can they influence our bodies too?
They used to think that energy, the body transferred or understood the energy information through electricity. They're finding out it's through frequency. I'm in the process of building the harmonic wave resequencer with another doctor who has been able to successfully cure AIDS and cancer. It's well underway.
So now we have some evidence that we can target specific microorganisms with specific frequencies, showing groups of ovarian cancer cells which are being destroyed.
Each of these sounds features a rhythmic structure that allows it to impact cells in your body. This is where you're supposed to say, wait, what?
25 years ago, the idea was that language is in the left side of the brain and music is in the right side of the brain. We've discovered that's not at all right.
Using the power of music to cope with a life-threatening disease.
I've heard so much about sound healing.
The art of sound therapy.
Well, healing is being given through the sound of music.
Sound therapy?
Who knew the ears were the gateway to healing the body? Why is that so?
You know, because it's all frequency. In physics, it's proven that everything is vibration. And because it's vibration, you could really change that vibration.
In science, the number of vibrations per second is known as frequency, measured in hertz. Science has found that energy vibrates in different frequencies. Some call these frequencies the holy tones. Others refer to these distinctive sounds by their proper name, the Solfeggio frequencies, considered by many musicologists and scientists to have a positive effect on the mind and body. Back in the 11th century, a Benedictine monk named Guido di Arezzo introduced the musical scale we now know as the Solfeggio frequencies, though modern research contests that the scale dates back much further. The monks used the original 6 solfeggio notes in their Gregorian chants, which we now know consist of the frequencies 396, 417, 528, 639, 741, and 852 Hz. Unfortunately, by the 16th century, the scale was lost. Some say the solfeggio was abandoned for a new music scale. Others argue that it disappeared among Western Europe's Middle Ages political and religious turmoil, and there are even some who posit some more, well, conspiratorial theories, from biblical secrets to plots by the Roman Catholic Church.
The devil knows how to stimulate good, healthy biochemistry with music.
But why exactly is this important? Why should you care how musicians tune their work?
According to the fact-check websites, there's no difference between the frequency of music and how it makes you feel, but I disagree.
The solfeggio scale is mathematically consistent with the patterns of our universe. Solfeggio frequencies are a set of 9 electromagnetic tones that are required to have the power to heal and raise consciousness. This ancient scale has far-reaching potential, from repairing emotional trauma and altering DNA. The atoms in our bodies, thoughts, and sounds, all things in our universe, are in motion, vibrating. The implications are substantial. We can re-regulate brain circuits and cellular function rather than just brain states. There is evidence for a whole new type of medicine in which DNA can be influenced and reprogrammed by words and frequencies without cutting out and replacing single genes.
And today, even the youngest children learn to tootle an instrument.
Throughout history, numerous individuals who have ventured beyond the conventional paradigms of science and society have often found their theories marginalized, their voices silenced,
This pattern raises crucial questions about the nature of progress and the suppression of innovative ideas. As we delve into the profound implications of frequency, we realize that throughout history, many scientists and visionaries, from Tesla to modern researchers, have tried to convey the critical importance of frequencies. Actor Terrence Howard presents a contemporary example. Known for his acting career, his abrupt descent from Hollywood raises eyebrows. It suggests a pattern where celebrities who diverge from their expected roles and advocate for radical ideas quickly find themselves ostracized. The pattern is disturbingly familiar, from Wilhelm Reich, who claimed his orgone energy discoveries could tackle diseases and was subsequently jailed. Similarly, the curious case of Royal Raymond Rife, who claimed his Rife machine could cure cancer with frequency therapy, was met with considerable skepticism and legal challenges, leading to the eventual downfall of his research. Critics argue his science was flawed, while supporters suggest his work was undermined by a medical industry that felt threatened by his claims. Media's role in sculpting public consciousness cannot be understated, particularly when it intersects with health and science. Television and media, in their selective coverage, hold the reins on whether innovative ideas like the impact of frequencies on health are allowed into the mainstream or relegated to obscurity. The scant mainstream discussion of frequency therapies, despite historical and cultural precedents, points to a possible reluctance to explore paths that might disrupt established industries. The question then arises, are we neglecting potential breakthroughs because they don't fit into the profit models of powerful entities? The intersection of sound and health is an intriguing area of study, one that is increasingly supported by empirical science. This convergence of data and ancient practice becomes even more apparent when examining the use of high-intensity focused ultrasound in modern medicine. This technique employs sound waves to target tissue, such as tumors, effectively treating without incision.
Histotripsy is a type of focused ultrasound which destroys tissue inside the body completely non-invasively. Just 46 people worldwide have received the procedure so far.
Just hear the sound of the bubble gum.
And so can you see bits of the tumor being destroyed right now?
You can see that it's, the focal point is destroying the tumor. And as you can see the bright area here.
This is what tumor cells in rodents looked like before histotripsy. But look at them after. The changing color shows the immune system has been stimulated to destroy tumor cells. Cancer experts say histotripsy could be a significant breakthrough.
It would be potentially game-changing for a lot of cancer patients. You don't need an invasive procedure and you don't need the toxic drugs that we might use as standard chemotherapy.
Appreciating music purely as a form of relaxation or entertainment does a massive disservice to all the things that music helps you with.
This oversight might be one of our era's greatest follies, for if the universe is indeed composed of frequencies, then understanding and harnessing them could be transformative. Just as a single note played out of tune can ruin a symphony, a slight shift in the frequencies that govern our biological systems or our environment could have far-reaching consequences. Conversely, aligning with the correct frequencies might offer us unprecedented control over our health, technology, and the world around us. For instance, the resonance frequency of human eye sockets is around 18 Hz, and exposure to this frequency can lead to discomfort and blurred vision.
If I tap this fork, putting little pulses of energy into it, the second fork will also vibrate in sympathy. And if I silence this fork, we just may hear the other singing its tone. We say that I'm inducing a sympathetic resonant vibration in the second fork. It only works because both forks are tuned to the exact same frequency.
If the two forks are tuned to the same note, then they resonate together. This is how energy is transmitted into two vibrating objects of the same natural frequency. Two forks that are slightly tuned to different frequencies. Despite they are 2 Hertz differences, and they're not conducting or resonating with each other. Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency,
and vibration.
528 hertz frequency has been determined to be nearly the precise center of the entire electromagnetic color spectrum. There's only one number in the entire numbering system whereby the electromagnetic color spectrum is the same as the sound system. That one number is 528. Both the same in color and sound. 528 hertz frequency.
The color green, it's the heart of the rainbow. That's the miracle note from the original Solfeggio scale. And the other note that you see, 741, which is part of nature, is called the devil's interval in musicology. That when you play 741 with 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy, diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen to it, you could die. And so that the concept here is interesting. In the world today, we have people who are controlling virtually everything economically, geopolitically. Their agenda has been population manipulation, population control for millennia. They have held the secret knowledge, the ancient music, by which the pyramids were constructed based on the math. All of the universe is constructed according to these 9 tones. They knew about them. In fact, they instituted. In fact, it was the Rockefeller Foundation in 1939 that instituted the world's standard tuning. The Western world tunes to A440 hertz frequency. That when you tune your instrument to that, the F sharp note is 741. Precisely.
The A440 is what now is the standard tuning. If you go A439, you're closer to one of the creator's tones. If you go A441, you're closer to one of the creator's original tones. That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart-mind to the divine communion.
Now it gets interesting. Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments on the effects of thoughts and words on water crystals revealed that positive influences like music and words of love create beautiful, well-defined crystals, while negative influences result in distorted and chaotic formations. So, if the human body is over 60% water, how does the music we listen to affect us?
The 432 Hz frequency stands out in the realm of sound and music for its supposed natural harmony and alignment with the universe's vibration.
In 1939, the standard tuning pitch was changed from 432 Hz to 440 Hz. Even though prominent musicians protested and Professor Dussault from the Paris Conservatory wrote a referendum signed by 23,000 French musicians urging the preservation of A equaling 432 Hz, 444 Hz was still set as the standard for all concerts and musicians despite their protests. A strange thing happened in 1950 when the American government mandated that all musical equipment and broadcasts on TV and radio be at 440 Hz. Leonard G. Horowitz has written an extensive thesis on this subject and how the Rockefeller Foundation started the war on consciousness by imposing of A equaling 440 Hz standard tuning. 440 Hz frequency music conflicts with chakras from the heart to the base of the spine. Alternatively, chakras above the heart are stimulated. Theoretically, the vibration stimulates ego and left brain function, suppressing the heart, mind, intuition, and creative inspiration. The current tuning of music based on A 440 Hz does not harmonize on any level that corresponds to cosmic movement, rhythm, or natural vibration. Different sounds result in distinct patterns, illustrating how vibrations influence the material world.
Every organ, bone, and cell in the body has a unique resonant frequency. Like the instruments in an orchestra, They combine to form a composite frequency. When one organ is out of tune, the entire body suffers. Sound healing can help restore body balance, eliminating the need for drugs or surgery. Hearing musical intervals brings us back into tune with our natural vibration if we compare the body to a musical instrument. Our bodies are built in the proportions found in music.
The Solfeggio scale, of which the 528 Hz frequency is a part, is an ancient musical scale used in sacred music and chants, each believed to have its own unique healing properties. These revelations represent an opportunity to rediscover our spiritual roots in music in accordance with an accelerating spiritual renaissance.
76% of people in my generation are using sounds to heal themselves.
440 Hz frequency of the music. It fucks you up inside if you don't tune it. I only fuck with Solfeggio frequencies. Healing my body through sound, they be healing me.
Sound healing is a really ancient practice. You might have seen those singing bowls used in spiritual and healing practices in Nepal or Tibet. But what about right here and now? What are the options?
There's a lot of medical science to back up how sound can affect people in different ways. For example, we use binaural beats when in terms of brain frequencies and getting people to sleep, so that can help tackle insomnia. We also recommend sound therapy in patients who suffer from dementia, because we know that the way that sound works and the different parts of the brain that affects, it can actually bring back memories and help memory loss. It can also help with PTSD, anxiety, and depression.
I just knew that it was always helping people. You know what I mean? It's like the music was all, because I seen how it helped my mother. And I knew the power of music.
I think the future is going to have a lot of sound in it. I think it's the future of medicine. Nature and life is just a bunch of configurations of sound and vibration. It's a very beautiful view of the universe and who we are, that we're just a body of sound.
Some people may say that when you set out looking for evidence of something you believe of being true, you will always find what you're looking for, even if you have to bend the truth sometimes or ignore other relevant evidence to the contrary. But this isn't the case. That's because there are a lot of scientists out there that have, over the years, proven that the Solfeggio frequencies is actually pretty important. That's because it has links to a lot of other important phenomena from around the world. Over time, people have tried a lot of things in order to heal themselves and others, from various plant-based remedies all the way to today's modern medical solutions. History is full of examples of healers and doctors coming up with various treatments to illnesses. Frequencies, in general, have had a major role in the life and loving of people over time. It's been proven that the soft purring of cats can improve the mood in people and even assist with healing. Music therapy is a very well-established method of healing different problems the human body may have. But why is it so efficient? Everything around us, including our own bodies, is matter that vibrates at a certain frequency. So interfering with that frequency and making it higher or lower can improve your general well-being. That's how music therapy works. The Solfeggio frequencies has been around for centuries, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's because there's been a lot of research linked to it, and it shows that it actually has a lot of health benefits. That means that there are lots of people rediscovering its powerful healing abilities every day and making their way towards what can be a very strong revival of the phenomenon of using the Solfeggio frequencies in everyday life. 10 or 15 years ago, finding music like this meant you had to special order it from the internet or go to special stores. Nowadays, it can be found almost anywhere. That's because there are many that have realized the importance of this frequency and the health benefits associated with it, from simple music backgrounds to helpful meditation and guidance music, and even more mainstream music that has been specifically encoded at the Solfeggio frequencies in order to help listeners enjoy it and give them a chance to actually improve their state as they do so.